this, we can go across France 24's Clovis Casali standing by at the Elysee Palace. Clovis, earlier today we had the French Prime Minister Elisabeth Borne who offered her resignation, but Emmanuel Macron refused it. Can you tell us more about that?
Well, it's the tradition here in France for the French PM to resign right after the parliamentary elections. But this time it was refused. Usually the government is swiftly formed afterwards, but this time Emmanuel Macron, the French president, refused because it might take a little more time to form a government after the disastrous, let's say, results of the elections for him in the parliamentary elections. He did get a majority, but not convincing enough, not the absolute majority he wanted. The Elysee tells us that refusing this resignation is a way to reaffirm his trust in Elisabeth Borne, and also it was done because the government needs to pass important decrees in the coming days, and having her resignation accepted would have prevented that. Emmanuel Macron finds himself in a rather uncomfortable situation, really, after the elections. He's now invited the heads of the main French political parties at the Elysee Palace, consulting, discussing, trying to see who might join him on such or such a bill at the National Assembly. He's trying to basically form alliances in order to be able to pass bills such as the pension reform, also the law on purchasing power, but it's going to be proving very tricky to do so. Emmanuel Macron in an uncomfortable situation. France ungovernable, say some. Definitely a political impasse.
Clovis, talk us through about those meetings which have been taking place today, because the meeting with the leader of the Republican Party has ended. Do we know what happened there?
Well, the first meeting of the day was between Emmanuel Macron and Christian Jacob, who's the president of Les Républicains, the Republicans, the centre-right party, once in government, once in power with Nicolas Sarkozy, even though it was under a different name. Christian Jacob left the meeting and spoke to us very hard words towards Emmanuel Macron, saying he basically refused any proposals made. He will not join Emmanuel Macron on any point. That would be betraying his supporters, those who elected Les Républicains MPs on Sunday. He will not do so, and he also accused the French president of instrumentalizing, of using the French far right during the presidential campaign, allowing Marine Le Pen to rise in order for him to find himself in the second round against her and basically win, with most French people choosing him ahead of Marine Le Pen. Very hard words from Christian Jacob. So there will be no pact, no alliance expected on that side. Well, those are the words that were said this morning. Let's see if in reality that is the case. Emmanuel Macron, the French president, will certainly try to recruit individuals from the centre-right, like he did in the past with Bruno Le Maire, the economy minister, or Gérald Darmanin, the interior minister, who were at the time centre-right heavyweights. And currently you have a meeting between Emmanuel Macron and Olivier Faure, the head of the Socialist Party, not as powerful as it once was with François Hollande. Socialist Party, a part of the NUP coalition, left-wing coalition led by the far left Jean-Luc Mélenchon. Olivier Faure will certainly tell Emmanuel Macron again, also, no alliance, don't expect anything from us.
We'll see how this day pans out. Thank you very much for that, Clovis. Clovis Casali reporting there from the Elysee Palace.